Hi, my name is Rocha, and today I'm going to be talking about my advocacy campaign with you. My advocacy campaign that I chose is Shopping Sustainably, Not Fast Fashion. And according to Earth.org, in 2022, in America alone, an estimate of 11.3 million tons of textile waste, which is equivalent to 85% of textiles, end up in landfills on a yearly basis. Not only that, but being clothing being thrown away is creating toxic chemicals. It can take up to 200 plus years for the materials to decompose in a landfill. During the decomposition process, textiles generate greenhouse methane gas and leak toxic chemicals and dyes into the groundwater and our soil. As stated in the Roadrunner Smart Recycling article back in 2021. Now, to me, those numbers were pretty astronomical and is really what made me want to be part of the change and what made me start this campaign. Now that you know a little bit more about textile waste, let me tell you about my campaign, Shopping Sustainably, Not Fast Fashion. This campaign is really to bring awareness of the extreme amount of textile waste that is happening here in America. My goal is to provide knowledge to other people on how to shop sustainably, which will help lower textile waste production. They'll have the knowledge and ways to shop sustainably, which will effectively help people do it more often and create the change that we need. According to the New York Times, in February of 2023, they provided 6 tips to help people shop more sustainably. And here are a couple that they mentioned. Take advantage of secondhand shops, online markets like ThredUp or eBay rental services, and buy nothing groups in your area where you may be able to find your next favorite handbag or cast iron pan. Many big clothing retailers, such as Patagonia and Lululemons, as well as boutique brands, are increasing offer trade-in programs and secondhand markets. Now, in terms of how I'll advertise my campaign, I'm doing a lot of my advertisement on social media as my main point of advertisement. And I found this tip helpful, and I found it from the Search Engine Journal in 2016, which said that this was one of their more popular ways of creating a campaign advertisement. They said that, and quote, post photos of your efforts on Instagram, advertise events on Facebook, social media is your friend. Don't ignore it. Use cause marketing to reach your target groups, but also to raise awareness. So doing advertisements on social media will allow me to cross, I think, a lot more people when it comes to reaching my campaign. And I'll be able to make campaign photos, make flyers, posters, and custom buttons with the campaign name on. Now, if you choose to follow my campaign, the results would be astonishing. We are already seeing changes in some companies that are providing more sustainably made options and or trade in old clothing for the percentage off on your next order. If more people are demanding sustainable products and shopping secondhand, there will be more companies providing these demands. According to the Forbes magazine in 2022, just 2 years ago, only 58% of consumers across all generations were willing to spend more for sustainable options. Today, nearly 80% of Gen X customers said they would be willing to spend an extra 10% or more for sustainable products compared to just over 34% 2 years ago. It is, in my opinion, great to see these changes happening, but there's still much that we need to do in order to create the change that we need. And it's great to see it in new generations because this means there's going to be more change coming along as the newer and newer generations come. Now, in conclusion, I hope I've motivated you to join my campaign and to stop and try to stop textile waste. If we continue on the same track of producing such large of waste, we can be facing severe global problems. I do hope you have, learned a couple of things from my speech and has motivated you to shop more sustainably. Let's be the change that we need. Thank you.